Before we dive in, if you're someone who's chasing growth, pushing through challenges, and building something real, this channel is for you. So hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that help you stay focused, stay strong, and keep showing up. Now, let's talk about something we all need to hear. It's going to take time, but that's not a bad thing. In fact, it's exactly what makes your journey powerful. We live in an age of urgency. Everything around you is designed for speed. Fast food, instant gratification, overnight success stories. But here's the truth they don't show in the highlight reels. Growth, the kind that transforms who you are at your core, takes time. You might be restless, watching others advance, feeling the pressure to catch up. That pressure can whisper lies, that you're behind, that you're not good enough, that you need to move faster. But don't fall for it. The people who actually build something meaningful understand this. Mastery isn't microwaved. It's forged in the slow burn of consistency, effort, and patience. The path to excellence isn't a sprint. It's a lifetime marathon. It's tempting to want it now. The results, the recognition, the confidence. But if you rush the process, you cheat yourself out of the depth that real success requires. Think of giants like Kobe Bryant or Serena Williams. Their greatness wasn't a product of talent alone. It was born from years of quiet discipline, from showing up to practice when no one was watching, from losing and learning and rising again. There are no cheat codes to greatness, no elevator to the top, just stairs, lots of them, and you climb them one by one. It's okay to want progress. That hunger is good, but let it fuel your discipline, not your impatience. The truth is, if success came quickly, it wouldn't teach you what you need to keep it. Because success isn't just about achieving something, it's about becoming someone. Someone resilient, focused, intentional. Someone who doesn't crumble when things get hard. That kind of strength is built slowly, over time. So if it feels like it's taking too long, you're probably doing it right. Don't confuse delay with denial. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it never will. Every seed takes time to grow, and the ones that grow deep roots, they take even longer. You're not falling behind. You're laying a foundation. And if you stay patient, stay present, and keep showing up, that foundation will carry more than just success. It will carry your legacy. There will be moments when the weight feels unbearable, when you're exhausted, disheartened, and questioning why you started in the first place. You've shown up, stayed late, pushed harder, and still the finish line seems miles away. That frustration is real. But let me tell you something most won't. It's not a sign you're failing. It's a sign you're in it. Deep in the trenches where the real growth happens. The people who reach greatness didn't avoid this phase. They endured it. And so will you. Because every drop of sweat, every unseen effort, every time you kept going when you wanted to quit, that is where transformation begins. Progress isn't always loud. It doesn't always look like wins and breakthroughs. Sometimes it looks like barely holding it together but refusing to give up. And that matters. Every time you choose resilience over retreat, you build a stronger version of yourself. This process is sculpting you. It's testing your resolve not to punish you, but to prepare you. Pressure reveals potential. Diamonds aren't made in comfort. They're born under relentless pressure and time. Your results may be invisible now, but they're stacking in silence. Trust that. We live in a world obsessed with shortcuts, with likes, with quick dopamine hits. But the truth is, anything worth having is earned through effort and patience. The things that matter, love, trust, legacy, mastery, cannot be rushed. They demand time. And that's not a curse. That's the beauty of it. If your journey were effortless, it would lack depth. And you weren't built for shallow. You were built for meaningful. The sweat, the sacrifice, the struggle. It's giving weight to your victory. So don't resent the hard days. They're what will make the destination unforgettable. So let go of the timeline in your head. Stop measuring yourself against someone else's chapter 20 when you're still on chapter 5. Time will pass, whether you waste it in doubt or use it to take one more step forward. Choose the step. Keep your eyes on the horizon and your feet in motion. The winners, the real ones, are not the fastest. They are the most faithful. Faithful to the vision, to the process, to the grind. And if you keep going, one day you'll look back and realize, the mountain didn't move. You climbed it. This is how it happens. Not with one giant leap, but with hundreds of small, quiet steps taken with intention. Day by day, choice by choice, you move closer to the life you're building. And yes, sometimes your goals feel distant, like stars you can't quite touch. But they're not unreachable. They're simply unfolding. The only thing that can truly put them out of reach is if you stop reaching. Don't fall for the illusion that progress has to be fast to be real. The ones who win aren't always the loudest or the quickest. They're the ones who didn't stop. One of the most dangerous traps is comparison. It creeps in quietly, especially when you're doing the work but not seeing the immediate payoff. Suddenly, someone else's progress feels like your failure, but it's not. Their path isn't yours. Their pace isn't your measure. You don't need to keep up with anyone. The only competition is with the person you were yesterday. Stay in your lane, head down, heart open. Focus on your climb, because every time you try to chase someone else's timing, you lose sight of your own brilliance. The truth is, real growth isn't about shortcuts or overnight wins. It's about transformation. And transformation isn't something you rush. It's something you earn. It takes presence. It takes showing up on the days you'd rather quit. It takes believing in something even when you don't see results yet. That's the magic most people miss. The quiet power in just continuing. Keep your eyes on your process, your habits, your small victories, because every tiny step, taken with purpose, stacks into something bigger than you can currently imagine. And one day, not all at once, but gradually, you'll turn around and realize how far you've come. You'll see the distance you covered, not in miles, but in who you've become. You'll realize that the delays weren't detours. They were part of the design. They gave you depth, clarity, strength, and all that time you thought you were falling behind, you were actually being shaped. Time isn't the enemy, it's the architect of your becoming. So keep going. You're not late. You're not lost. You're in progress. And that's exactly where you're supposed to be. Take a moment and think about the things that truly matter. The kind of dreams that keep you up at night. The kind of success that changes not just your life, but who you are. Those things, they don't appear out of nowhere. They're not products of luck or fleeting inspiration. They're born from persistence, from showing up on the hard days, from doing the work when no one is clapping, from trusting your pace when everyone else seems to be sprinting. The world will tempt you to rush, to chase, to compare. Don't. You don't need to be where anyone else is. Your journey is sacred. Own your timing. Master patience, and you'll master power. Every obstacle you face, every disappointment you overcome, becomes part of the foundation you're standing on. You're not just learning how to succeed, you're learning how to endure. And that matters more than most people realize, because success without strength is fragile. But you're being tempered like steel. Every fall gives you the opportunity to rise stronger. Every delay teaches you discipline. Every setback forces you to dig deeper. This isn't wasted time. It's investment in your growth, in your grit, in the version of yourself who can not only reach the summit, but stay there. And that version of you, they're not just successful, they're solid, built on integrity, on perseverance, on lessons earned the hard way. In a world chasing viral moments and instant results, you're building something that lasts. This isn't about quick wins. It's about a legacy. Whether it's a life you're proud of, a business with meaning, or a mindset that can weather any storm, what you're creating will outlive the hype. You won't just reach your goals. You'll become someone who doesn't break when the next storm comes. That's the difference between temporary success and lasting significance. One day, when you look back, you'll see it all clearly. The nights you doubted yourself, the days you wanted to quit, the slow climb. It all added up, and not just to results, but to you, to someone who stayed the course, to someone who refused to give up. And in that moment, you'll realize something powerful. The journey gave you more than any shortcut ever could. So keep walking, keep working. Time is not your enemy. It's the canvas you're painting your story on. And one day, it will be a masterpiece. Stop chasing speed. Stop praying for shortcuts or easy outs. That desire to fast forward through the hard parts, let it go. Because the truth is, what you're building, the dream, the vision, the life, doesn't need to happen overnight to be real. You're not behind. You're not late. You're in progress. And just like a seed buried beneath the soil, your efforts are taking root even when there's no visible sign of change. You water, you nurture, and you wait. And in time, not your rushed timeline, but the right time, it will bloom. It always does for those who stay patient and stay faithful. It's human to want more, faster, to dream of success, to crave the reward, and that's good. Hunger fuels the work, but don't confuse hunger with impatience. The kind of success that lasts, the kind that transforms, isn't handed out. It's earned slowly, over time. You're not just chasing a result. You're becoming the kind of person who can hold that result when it finally arrives. And that becoming? That's the real win. Because without the growth, the success won't stick. But when you've earned it, through failure, through discomfort, through relentless commitment, it becomes part of you. So let the process unfold. Don't skip chapters. Each one has something to teach you about yourself, your limits, your resilience. You're not meant to peak in a moment. You're meant to evolve over time. Some days that growth will feel invisible. Other days it will feel excruciating. But if you keep showing up, focused, disciplined, patient, you're moving forward, even if the progress is quiet. Momentum is built slowly, but once it starts rolling, it becomes unstoppable. That's what you're building. Not speed, but staying power. So when the doubts come, and they will, remind yourself that this isn't supposed to be easy or fast. It's supposed to be worth it. The world will keep spinning fast around you, but you don't have to move at its pace. You're not here to race. You're here to rise, slowly, intentionally, powerfully. The destination will come, but don't miss the journey. That's where the real transformation happens. One quiet day, one committed choice, one patient step at a time. Time will keep moving whether you rise with it or let it pass you by. So why not rise? Why not take each second and pour it into something that matters? You have the power to turn time into transformation. Every moment you choose discipline over distraction, effort over excuses, you shift your future. The results won't always come quickly, but when they do, they'll be built on something real. Not luck, not shortcuts. You. That's what makes it powerful. That's what makes it yours. The kind of success that's unshakable isn't handed out. It's forged in quiet consistency. So take your time. Really take it. Not to delay, but to do it right. Stay grounded in the work. Stay faithful to the process. You're not off course. You're not falling behind. You're exactly where growth happens. Right here, in the messy middle, in the day-to-day grind. Keep stacking effort. Keep planting seeds. Because one day, what feels like slow progress will reveal itself as the very foundation of everything you've become. And when you reach that summit, not in a rush, but with earned momentum, you'll understand. This was never about speed. It was about becoming. Master time, and you master the path. Let it teach you discipline, patience, and vision. Once you understand that time is on your side, not against you, you become unstoppable. The rewards may take longer, but they'll run deeper. They won't be fleeting achievements. They'll be evidence of who you've become. That's what real success looks like. Not a finish line, but a launch pad. A place you reach not just with goals checked off, but with a new version of yourself ready for even greater heights. Time doesn't pause. It doesn't wait for the perfect moment, and it doesn't care about your doubts. It moves. And so should you. But not in a rush, not in panic, in purpose. Make the most of each hour. Not by filling it with noise, but by filling it with intention. The opinions of others, the weight of regret, the fear of failing. None of those will matter a year from now. But the work you're doing, that will. Let the clock tick, and with every tick, make it count. You're not running out of time. You're learning how to use it. And when you do, everything changes. This journey you're on, this fight for your dreams, will demand more from you than you ever thought you'd have to give. But that's what makes it worthwhile. There's no elevator to the top, no secret formula, just time and the choice to keep going. Progress will often feel invisible. You'll question if it's working. You'll wonder if the effort is worth it. But growth doesn't always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it whispers. In your discipline, in your resilience, in the way you keep showing up when no one's watching. And that right there is proof that you're changing. You can't hack your way to greatness. The real test isn't just what you do when you're motivated. It's who you are when motivation fades. It's easy to start. Anyone can be excited for a week. But success belongs to those who keep going when the applause stops, when the results stall, when the doubts grow loud. We live in a world that celebrates speed but forgets the value of patience. True mastery, that's earned in the quiet hours, in the repetition, in the waiting, in the work you put in when no one sees, and especially when no one claps. There's a price to pay for anything meaningful, not in money but in time, in effort, in focus. That dream you hold, it will cost you. Comfort, distraction, shortcuts. You'll have to give those up. But what you gain in return is far more valuable. Fulfillment. You stop chasing highs, and you start building a life. You stop wishing for outcomes, and you start becoming the kind of person who can sustain them. You don't just win once, you grow into someone who can win again, and again, and again. That's what time gives you when you honor it. Depth, not just results. Let time shape you. Let failure instruct you. Let the delays sharpen your discipline. This isn't just about achieving a goal. It's about building the kind of person who can't be broken. Every setback will stretch you, test you, strengthen you. But if you listen, if you stay in the game long enough, you'll come out the other side not only having achieved something, but having become someone powerful, someone prepared. And that version of you, that's the real win. Time isn't just passing, it's working with you. It's giving you room to stretch, to stumble, to rebuild. It's granting you the space to evolve into someone stronger, wiser, more resilient than you were yesterday. Every day that you keep showing up, even when progress feels invisible, matters. Every single moment you choose persistence over comfort is a silent investment into your future. The hours you spend in the grind, the moments when doubt feels louder than belief, they're not wasted. They're forging you, not just into someone who achieves goals, but into someone who earns them. And when the day finally comes, when the fog clears and you catch your first glimpse of everything you've worked for, it'll hit different. It'll taste sweeter, not because of the result alone, but because you remember. You'll remember the struggle, the grit, the nights when you almost gave up but didn't. That kind of success is sacred. It's not luck. It's not handed over. It's built by every moment you kept pushing forward without guarantees. That's what makes the reward worth more. The person you became along the way. You're not just working toward a destination. You're sculpting the version of you who can hold that dream. That version of you doesn't emerge through ease. It's revealed in adversity. Some days will feel like walking through mud. The vision will blur. Motivation will vanish. But those are the days that separate the temporary from the timeless. If you can stay the course when the excitement fades, if you can keep showing up when no one's watching, you're not just surviving, you're leveling up. Resilience isn't built when it's easy. It's built in the silent battles, the ones no one claps for. It's forged when you choose to keep going, not because it's convenient, but because you committed. That kind of grit, it's rare. And it's yours if you keep choosing to show up, one step at a time. Because those hard days you think are setbacks? They're not. They're the days that make you unshakable. That's the moment when grit becomes part of your identity. When you stop fearing time and start using it as your greatest advantage. Doubt will still knock. Fear will still whisper. The question, am I enough, will show up at your doorstep again and again. But hear this. Those voices aren't signs that you're failing. They're signs that you're growing. Because growth will always bring discomfort. That's the toll you pay to level up. Your job isn't to silence those doubts. Your job is to move forward despite them. Look at anyone who has ever built something great. An athlete, an entrepreneur, an artist, a leader. They've all had moments where they questioned everything. The difference? They didn't let fear decide the outcome. They kept showing up with shaky hands and uncertain hearts. That's what champions do. They take the next step, even when the finish line feels out of sight. So when it feels like you're behind, when the clock feels like an enemy instead of an ally, breathe. Remind yourself, this is what the path looks like, and you're on it. The only thing that really matters is what you do with the time you've been given. Are you showing up day after day, building brick by brick, no matter how slow it feels? Because if you are, if you're still moving, still learning, still trying, time isn't your enemy. It's your greatest teammate. It's multiplying your effort. It's deepening your roots. It's shaping you into someone capable of handling everything you're working for. The magic isn't just in the dream, it's in the becoming. So take the pressure off. Let go of the need to rush. You're not falling behind. You're growing into exactly who you need to be. And that growth takes time, that strength, that self-belief, that quiet confidence. It's earned, not given. So keep going, keep grinding, keep becoming. This is your story. And the longer it takes, the more powerful the ending will be. When you finally stand at the summit, when you look back on the winding road that brought you here, you'll understand it wasn't luck, shortcuts, or flashes of brilliance that got you there. It was time, patience, and the quiet determination to keep going. You'll see the long nights, the small wins, the relentless consistency, and you'll know that every second mattered. You didn't just reach your goals, you earned them. And that will mean more than any applause or recognition ever could. So lean into the journey. Welcome the challenges, the slow days, the lessons disguised as setbacks. Let them refine you. Because in the end, it's not just about reaching the destination. It's about who you become along the way. That's where the true victory lives. Every day, you're given a blank page. Every moment is another brushstroke in the masterpiece of your life. You don't need to create it all in one day. You just need to keep showing up, adding your strokes, and trusting the vision. But here's something you need to remember. You're not supposed to have it all figured out. You're not supposed to rush. The journey isn't meant to be easy. It's meant to transform you. When you commit to something real, whether it's your dream, your purpose, or your legacy, it demands your time, your heart, and your grit. And if you're truly in it, if you're truly chasing something that matters, you'll honor the process. You won't look for shortcuts. You'll build something that lasts. Because that's what separates the ones who make it from the ones who give up. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's the willingness to stay when it's hard, to believe when there's no evidence yet, to keep pushing when everything feels heavy. That's the edge. That's the difference. And if you hold the line, if you trust yourself, trust the journey, and give it the time it needs, you won't just reach your dream. You'll become the person who was always meant to live it. So don't run from the time it takes. Embrace it. Every hour you invest, every sacrifice you make, every day you show up even when it's tough, is building something unshakable. You're not just chasing a result. You're becoming someone who doesn't need shortcuts because you've earned every inch of your growth. That kind of progress, that's permanent. When you stop seeing time as the enemy and start seeing it as your greatest ally, everything changes. You stop rushing and you start building. You stop comparing and you start focusing. You stop doubting and you start believing, not just in the dream, but in yourself. Yes, it's going to take time, but that time is your edge. Because while others give up, get distracted, or chase what's easy, you'll still be there, brick by brick, step by step, building something that lasts. And when it finally clicks, when the results begin to show, you won't just be proud of what you've accomplished. You'll be proud of who you became to get there. So keep going, stay patient, show up. Let time do its work, and you do yours. Because the truth is this, if you give time everything you've got, it will give you everything you came for. It's going to take time. It's frustrating. You're tired. Maybe you're not seeing the results you expected. You've put in hours, days, maybe even months, and still feel far from your goals. But that's okay. It's part of the process. Every step, no matter how small, is progress. Every time you push through doubt and fatigue, you grow. Time doesn't just pass, it builds. It shapes you. Trust the process. There will be days when you feel like quitting, when everything seems pointless. But don't give in. The struggle is part of the journey. Setbacks, failures, mistakes, they all make you stronger. If everything were easy, it wouldn't be worth it. You were made for more than easy. It's tempting to chase instant gratification. You want the success, but not the struggle. But life doesn't work that way. The best things take time. Relationships take time. Building something meaningful takes time. And that's good, because if it were easy, it wouldn't be valuable. So stop rushing. Let things unfold at their own pace. Stay focused on the bigger picture. Time is going to pass anyway. Make it count. This journey isn't a sprint. It's a marathon. The people who make it to the top didn't rush the process. They stayed consistent, even when it felt like nothing was happening. They just kept moving, step by step. And that's how you'll get there too, by being patient, staying committed, and taking each day seriously. You might look at your dreams and think they're too far out of reach, but they're not. They're only out of reach if you quit. Keep going. Don't stop. Keep putting in the effort. Every day you're a step closer. Don't compare your path to anyone else's. Everyone has their own timeline. Someone else's success doesn't diminish your potential. Focus on yourself, your growth, your path, your time. It's going to take time, but that's where the magic is. In the journey, in the process, in the becoming. So be patient, trust the process, trust yourself. As long as you keep moving forward, no matter how slow it feels, you'll get there. It's not about speed, it's about consistency. And every step brings you closer to who you're meant to be. Time will pass, so use it well. Build something real. Because when you do, the success you earn will be deep, lasting, and yours. And real success, the kind that comes from persistence and sweat, is the most powerful kind. So take your time. Trust the process. Keep going. You're not behind. You're right where you need to be. And when you reach the top, when you see how far you've come, you'll realize it was time that made it all possible. Every second was worth it. The best part? No one can take that from you. The time you invested, the lessons, the character, the resilience, that's yours to keep. So when frustration creeps in, when you wonder why things aren't moving faster, remember, it's going to take time, and that's okay. This process is your foundation. You're building something real, something worth having. Every second is shaping your future. Trust the time. Trust the process. Because when it's all said and done, you'll know this. It was worth every second. Time is your ally. And you're worth the wait.